Certainly felt like your defense gave you guys a chance in this one. Maybe a couple stretches offensively where just kind of went into lulls. What were they doing on that end that made it difficult for you guys to, avoid those, 9-0 stretches, 11-0 stretches on their part?
Yeah, I agree with you. Our defensive execution all night was, pretty good. Obviously, never going to be perfect during a game, but I thought that for the most part, our defensive game plan and what we want to take away from the team and force them into, the guys executed that really well. The physicality needed on that end of the floor, limiting second chance points, getting to multiple contests on Durant jumpers. I thought we did a good job all night, and obviously he hits a big one with about 3 guys with a hand in his face. And we know that kind of is like what he does down the stretch. But I thought versus Şengün, we made it tough on him, had to make these guys make some decisions versus our traps and double teams and stuff like that. And I thought the scramble around it was good. So like you said, defensively, a ton of positives. And then offensively, to your point, the second quarter, credit them. They went to more switching, and I thought that it just bogged us down a little bit early on. Or anytime they had Şengün on the court, we're able to play pick and roll and play in the seam, and we have to make the right rim reads. I thought a couple times, we tried to force some dunks and looking for fouls, and they got 8 blocks on the night. So a couple times we could have had some kickouts, but for the most part, sharing the ball. But then when the red and they start switching, we got stagnant. And we got to do a better job of just trying to find that second action, that third action, and then the defense breaks down and it becomes a little bit easier to get a piece of the paint or get quality shots.
Talking about guarding Kevin Durant, we've seen Miles take that responsibility past couple years. Talk about what you saw from Brandon Miller early, Sion, and then how much you missed Miles tonight.
Yeah, I'll start with, obviously we missed Miles, but I do think that our group all year has done a great job of just kind of rallying around the guys that we are missing, and we have a lot of depth. And so I think even in that first game, Brandon guarded him and had a block shot coming off a DHO early in the game, and Sion did a heck of a job in the first game and tonight, and Khan, same type of thing. So I think by committee, you got to try to wear him down. You got to try to deny some of his catches, make him tough. And like I said, I thought the shift activity around it all night was pretty good. The guys were connected and trying to get to some secondary contest or some stunts to make them pick it up or take another dribble. So I thought that the whole group did a good job.
The game that went down to the wire, I know there was some calls earlier in the game, physical plays at the basket that weren't called at all. Also, I know you guys were missing a few players. What was it that cost the game today? Was it those things? Was it their defense that tough, or your offense out of sync? What would you attribute the loss to tonight?
I think that it's, again, the second quarter, not being able to really score or create enough quality shots. And you end up with a 19-point quarter. Usually our offense is a little bit more dynamic. And as you saw, when they weren't switching, the ball's moving, people are moving. We're getting some really good looks either in the paint or from the three-point line. And some of those shots that we got from the three-point line, you're dusting off the cobwebs from All-Star break, but no excuses. I think that the physicality of the game is going to be there every night. And we got to do a better job of either finishing through the physicality or making the right read at the rim to make sure that you're not playing through a lot of hands and activity.